Oh, snap. It be back. The Stanley Parable. It's been so long since I've played this. Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna do new stuff and
All
things.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's multiple endings to this game, for those of you who don't remember. We've done three of them. And we found an achievement. That's something. So here we go. We're playing this. We're going to talk to the narrator.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I despise you. Well, I listen. I normally don't do what he says. I don't know. I don't really remember. We're just going to go things and places. No doors open.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nobody.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
I am
go
in
up
disbelief.
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What? I don't think I've gone
Coming to the
downstairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Said the narrator, who no one listened to. Haha, fuck you, narrator. I can't get the fire hose. Anything back here? What's this, a button? No, it's just a light? Okay. Am I in the parking lot? Can I leave?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers
I could be
blinking
crazy.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
What's up with
for
these
no reason
times?
at all. None of it made any logical sense.
No, it
And
didn't.
as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god!
Doors closed automatically behind him wherever he went.
It's a
And for
very
that
good
matter,
question.
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Yeah, that's it. I'm
This is all a
dreaming.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to
Hey,
have finally
yay.
found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Nope.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
God.
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh, we're flying!
Then he imagined
This is
himself
amazing.
soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Oh, this is fun.
And
This is
Stanley
nice.
marveled that he had still not woken up.
This might be my
How
favorite
was he
ending.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps
I'm just
the
dreaming.
strangest
It's
question
amazing.
of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Well,
Why?
the voice was describing itself being
Oh my
conceived by
God.
Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
This is
I'm
very
wondering,
peculiar.
the voice describing me, thinking about
That is-
how it's describing
Yes.
my thoughts, he thought.
That is...
And when he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep...
Then what the fuck's going on if this isn't a dream?
Stanley
I was
is as happy
flying.
right now as he's ever been in his life.
How did I fly?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
Why are these
he was
rooms...
certain beyond a doubt
Oh
that
my
this
God.
was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars
Yeah.
just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Yes.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to
Oh,
wake
so
up.
snap.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
So
the
comfy.
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Let's
I'm
wake
through
up.
with this dream.
We're gonna
I
wake up
wish
in his
it could be
bed.
over. Let me go back to my job. Let me
Yes.
continue pushing the buttons.
The
Please.
buttons.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Oh, I'm married?
All
I didn't know
want
that.
is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Yes.
My life is normal.
My life is
I am
normal. I am normal.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
I am okay. Da! Da! We're still here.
Stanley began screaming.
Da!
Someone wake me up. My
Da!
name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
I'm real.
I must
I'm
be
real.
I must be real. Anyone hear my voice?
Help!
Who am I?
Ah!
And
Oh!
everything went black.
Oh! That was...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
What?
dressed, gathered her belongings,
Oh.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk
Oh.
was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming.
Oh, God.
And then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
We are crazy.
Though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Obviously, I just...
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
What?
I am sane. I am in control of my
That's the
mind.
thought that goes through her
I
mind?
know what is real and what isn't.
There's a dead guy here, and she's like, thank God I'm sane.
And in a certain way, seeing this man...
Well, maybe
made her
she's
feel
crazy.
better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
We died, and some lady... What? What? That was what? Okay. Oh, that was... That sure was interesting. That was something.
But Stanley simply couldn't
What?
handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Wait, what?
responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Yeah.
Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by?
Only seconds.
He no
There's
longer
a
had
clock.
the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Yes.
Eventually, someday, they would
Yes,
arrive.
they will.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Yes.
He will be told what to do.
You always
Now
tell me what
it's
to do,
just
narrator.
A little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Is that it? I didn't even mean to trigger that. I just clicked the button. I was gonna be done. Hey, if you close the door, the guy docks you and resets. That's nifty. That's it? Huh. Isn't that just
How long
something?
was I sitting there?
What?
Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days?
Oh, it's
Centuries?
still going.
Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
More careful with time. Right now, it is 11:22-ish. We're gonna look at the clocks. I don't know if that means anything. Maybe it's just a nifty new change of stuff. It is still the same time. It's all... I don't know, this... Awaiting input. How many of those are there, I wonder? Can I input things other places? Now I'm just exploring. I feel like we have time to kill. Hmm. Oh, we can turn on computers. I was trying to say, I was standing near that window because I was trying to find the crouch button. I'm pretty sure there's a crouch in this game. I just can't find it. That clock's not moving. That's stupid. It's a stupid clock. We're paying attention to time now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're looking for the clocks.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hey, you mentioned clocks earlier. I just want to look at clocks now. There's a secret with the clocks, isn't there, mister?
Yes.
Yes.
Admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. Just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business.
I am very
Stanley
eager.
took the first open door on his left.
What? Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Oh, it's fucking here.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But you were mentioning clocks.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's locked. I'm just looking for clocks. 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 How peculiar.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
See, more things, there's no clock in here.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What
big
dark
ass
secret
room.
was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, but I've already done this. What time was it? It was 11:25.
Stanley just sat around twiddling. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination.
Yep.
If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. 2845.
I don't know how long he'll just keep telling me that. We'll be at the closet all over again. Narrator keeps saying stuff.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in.
Oh.
And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Next narrator. Oh god, this reminds me of fucking Slender Man. Yeah, the generator. Button. Down the shaft! So I said last time, down the shaft. Oh, loading. What was the point of mentioning time? Make sure to check time, and then nothing happened when I continued to check the time. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually do the ending. That's something I haven't done. The ending. Yeah. Surprisingly, I've done several different endings, and I have never actually beaten the game the right way. I want a happy ending, yet I never do the happy ending where I turn off the mind control.
Into the building.
Descending deeper.
It was a stirring of emotion
Stairs.
in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
I do feel free to question everything.
This now, when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, shan't it? We know it's mind control.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
If light is
Mind
on,
Control Facility.
call extent 914 immediately. 914. Is there a phone somewhere? Let's go up. I haven't gone that way either, but I'm gonna actually end it. 914. Remember that 914. I don't know if that's important, but what?
Rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
Did he have?
to find out?
Look, he's stuttering. I wonder how bad this looks to you guys. I'm really sorry. Like when I record these, the quality is better for me on the game, and then it gets worse over the recording. Like last time you couldn't see it. Where is it?
So many individuals reduced to images.
Is it that black one? Is that black screen right there?
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
One of these says pirate. Here, they're changing, right? Maybe not. I thought that was the noise of them changing. Where was it? I swear when I was playing this up there. Pirate. I don't know if you guys could read it. It was up there though. Sorry, the quality of my thing sucks. But it's up there. Very top. Above 465.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Pirate.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control?
Pirate!
Was this the only reason he was happy with
Any
his
other cool
morning job?
words?
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Probably. Not the smartest guy.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
I
His
just
own life
couldn't.
In someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
It
Wasn't
was.
it?
Oh, whoa, did I
Was it
just go
impossible?
through that?
Had he truly
I haven't
spent his
been.
entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably.
But here was the proof.
Ooh, that was
the
weird.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Happy,
or content.
sad.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
Never.
over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, I'm going to dismantle it. So we can have happy-go-lucky ending. Awaiting input. I wonder what'll happen. This better be amazing. Oh. And then there was nothing. And Stanley then discovered that that button was keeping his heart running through a pacemaker. I don't think that's accurate. I'm not a medical person. Whoa. What? What's going on here? It's dark. But there's a line. Oh,
And a
darkness.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Ah,
He had won. He
Ah.
had defeated the machine.
we made
Unshackled
it.
himself from someone
Yay,
else's
we made
empire.
it.
Freedom was mere
We made
moments
it.
away.
Oh my god.
Even as the immense
Oh my
door slowly
god. A
opened,
bird.
Stanley
Oh my
reflected on how
god.
many puzzles still
We're gonna
remained
go
unsolved.
outside.
Where had his co-workers gone?
That's a good
How had
question.
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
But now I'm
But as
curious.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
But it does
For
matter
was
to
not
me.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not
Yeah,
been to
that's-
understand.
Pretty accurate.
No longer would anyone tell him where to
I
go.
was looking for a happy ending, I guess. Not really, I just... Something
Whatever
surreal.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was
Look,
all
a house.
he needed to know.
Oh,
It was perhaps
Oh.
the only thing worth knowing.
oh my
Stanley
god.
stepped through the open door.
Ah! Do I get to explore this? Or is it going to end the second I step outside?
Stanley felt
Oh,
the
I
cool
can't control it
breeze upon
anymore.
his skin. The feeling of liberation.
Ah.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
This is what was supposed to be.
Stanley was happy.
Yay! Yay! That was nice. That was lovely. That was worth it. I'm glad we did that. We took that detour. Anyway, oh man, that went 20 minutes. I was just going to be a short video, and then boom, look at that, 20 minutes. Anyway, that's all I've got. I just really want to do another Stanley Parable. I don't even feel like I did any real commentating. Maybe I did. I always feel like I don't do shit and then it's over. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If not, whatever. Put some hate mail. I don't care. Yep. Au revoir.